would like to bring to the stage someone I find very funny, and I hope you all do as well. Big round of applause right now for Chris Ferris.
Well, we'll get there.
Let's do great things.
Yes, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Keeping comedy alive in Charleston. So I feel like an asshole, man. When you asked if anybody served, I assumed you meant restaurants. I really did. I never, believe it or not, I never served. The recruiters would call when I was 18 to ask if I was willing to do that. And I said, no, I'm getting ready to go to college. And they said, oh, there's anything you want to do in college, you can do in the Army. What are you going to college for? And I said, musical theater.
Yes!
I'm still the real hero. No, thank you for your service. Yeah, so I'm really happy tonight. When we did the show last week, there was a child sitting right here, and she was adorable and understandably terrified. I was nervous because I don't know anything about kids. I'm single, I don't have kids. It's great. I only know a few things about kids. One, don't fuck them. Not that I want to. Let's make that clear. I've just seen a lot of Dateline, and apparently they don't like that. Don't do it. Two, you have to feed them regularly, like every day, multiple times a day. That shit's expensive. And three, the most important rule, don't get the first two rules confused. I thought I might have to wait for that one. Yeah, so Dottie, are you really a psychic?
Yes, professional, right?
Wow. Like, so do you just kind of see the future, or do you see spirits around?
I have gotten really good at seeing assholes.
You're looking at a big one right now, so.
No, I do mediumship, is a spirit talk, fortune telling, cards, palms, crystal ball, I read them all.
Wow. Do you see my grandma around me?
Are we really doing this?
I mean, I was, but it's okay if you don't want to.
So your grandma says that if you don't get back to your bed, you're gonna bomb.
Well, grandma's a lying bitch, isn't she? I do miss my grandma. She died from breast cancer, which sucked because she had great tits. I'm sorry, Grandma. You didn't know her heart. So I guess everybody's talking about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I don't care. I say that as I'm talking about them in front of a room full of strangers. I don't give a shit about celebrities. They don't give a shit about me. Whether or not they live happily ever after or die in a fire, my credit score is unaffected. And it's terrible. Like, look, if every time she went down on him, my score went up a couple of points, I would be personally invested. I would. Like, I would get my score into the 800s quick. I would force feed that man pineapple morning, noon, and night. I would make him pump sugar water for the new People's Princess. Move over, Lady Di. I guess she's fine where she's at. You guys seem like a good group of people. Look, I have a couple of different sets I can do tonight. I have some new stuff that has a lot of fart and dick and jerking off jokes, which are phenomenal. I wrote them, I know. And then I have something I've never done, and it's kind of personal. If I do it though, you're gotta be willing to go a little dark with me. You wanna take that journey?
Yeah.
Do it.
Coffee house.
Okay.
I'm bad at this game. Where's the dead grandma?
Buckle up. So, since you begged for it, on January 27th, I celebrated 9 months without alcohol. Don't clap too hard. I smoke a lot of weed. Alright? But we'd also never almost ruined my goddamn life, so I'll go with weed. So yeah, 8 months ago, I almost shot myself in my garage. Now, I know, humble brag, I've got a garage. I did. I was in the middle of a divorce, and I was not drinking, which is the best time to quit, by the way.
Right.
And I had literally just lost the two loves of my life. My wife and my vice. Great way to start a bit. So I was in the darkest place I've ever been, and I was feeling some real big boy feelings. And I didn't want to feel them, and the only way to stop them, I thought at that point, was to drink. And the one thing I didn't want to do was drink. So the only solution I saw was to end it all. And I woke up and I laid in bed for a while and I thought about it, and I got up and I went to my lockbox and I pulled out my revolver. I paused between, full transparency, I paused between the words my and revolver because I always almost said my favorite revolver. And that sounded a little January 6th-ish. I'm not that kind of incel, guys. I do get pussy. Many years ago. So I got my revolver. It's a .357 snub-nose Taurus, which, by the way, is a really underrated firearm. I would put it up against any Smith & Wesson for the price point any day.
This segment brought to you by the NRA.
Exactly. No, but how pissed off would the right be if my lefty ass started promoting firearms? Right? They've got Larry the Cable Guy as their ambassador doing diet food. Here I come. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to endorse Taurus Firearms. It's a great gun not to kill yourself with. Yeah, that's a glowing endorsement. So I took my gun and I grabbed a box of bullets, because one doesn't really work without the other, I guess. And I went downstairs and I walked into my garage and I grabbed my red and white Igloo cooler. I have an Igloo cooler because I don't have a Yeti, and I don't have a Yeti because a very angry alpha male on Fox News told me to shoot it. And I didn't want to seem gay, so point blank in the front yard. Now I have an Igloo cooler because I'm cheap. So I pulled my Igloo cooler to the middle of the garage because that's where the drain's at. No fuss, no muss. And I sat down, but before I sat down, honest to God, I wiped off the cooler. It was really dusty, and I'm afraid of spiders. But considering I was killing myself because of the 8-legged demon that I had lived with for 5 years, what's one more spider bite? So I sat down and I loaded the weapon, and I looked down and I realized I had loaded the entire thing. Did I think I was gonna miss? What kind of bullshit would that be? Bam! Fuck! Thank God I've got 4 more shots. What if I'd only brought down 1 bullet and that's what saved my life? Like, I'm just that fucking lazy. I go, bam! Fuck! I guess I'm alive for the next 30, 40 years. I'm not walking upstairs. I'm tired of this bullshit. I live in the garage. I'm a garage person now. Oh. And as I was looking down at the fully loaded weapon in my hand, I couldn't help but think that there was no more perfect metaphor than that for a former gifted child. It was my last day on Earth and I'm still shooting for extra credit, right? I'm so glad you laughed at that.
Only because we feel it.
Right? So as I'm staring down and I'm realizing this was going to be it, something pretty incredible happened. The Lord Jesus Christ came down on his magical dragon. That didn't happen. I laughed. I laughed at my situation. And I thought, thank you. I thought if I could laugh at that moment, then maybe life was going to be worth living. And I encourage you that if you're facing that decision, if you're thinking about that, please reach out to somebody. Anybody, please. Not me, I have shit to do, but I hope you do. And please keep it going for all your comics tonight. This is a great place to be.
Chris Ferris, everyone. Thank you so much.